Hi everybody, I hope that you're fine, that you're having a nice week, and I hope that today's episode is helpful for you because I'm going to be speaking about panic attacks and anxiety attacks, but maybe this can relate as well to fear, so I hope it's helpful in all these subjects because I think sometimes this is not really well explained, and definitely some tools are not as helpful as they should be from my perspective. And I have experienced them, so I know what I'm talking about. So guys, I hope that this is helpful for all of you, okay? So first of all, why are you experiencing a panic attack or an anxiety attack? Right, because a part of you is not feeling safe. That's it, okay? I'm going to try to talk as simple as possible about this so that all of us can understand what I'm talking about, but that's it. A part of you is not feeling safe, okay? Now, the difference between the panic attack and the anxiety attack is that with the anxiety, you know what's going on and you kind of know why you are getting to that level and why then you are getting all the physical sensations. You see something that is triggering you, and the whole thing happens. With the panic attack, the thing is different because it happens. You are not even aware, like what, how did that happen? I was just walking in the street, I was feeling happy, and all of a sudden panic attack. So basically that's the difference, but maybe both are just experiencing the same things regarding of physical sensations. So you can get difficulty breathing, you can get your hands sweating, you can get dizzy, you can get your vision blurry, you can get tunnel vision, you can get your legs feeling paralyzed, all these things, okay? So the analogy that I think is going to be helpful for all of us to understand is the fire alarm. Now, I'm going to share tools with you as well about what to do before, from my perspective, the days that you are not experiencing them, when you are okay, but at the same time while you are experiencing it, because I think both tools can be really helpful. But first of all, I would really like you to understand the fire alarm example or analogy. Why? Because this is impersonal, so you are not going to feel triggered by this, and at the same time you'll be able to relate, and we are going to use this later on for what I'll explain in one of the tools that I'm going to share. So imagine that you are at home and all of a sudden you hear the fire alarm, right? What do you do? Think about this for a second. What do you do? Most of us will go and check if there is any fire. Are you with me? Okay, maybe some people will do something different, but most of us, you just go and you check if there is a fire or not. And usually it's that the toaster got something burning inside or things like that, and there's no fire. But aside from that, you go and check that there is a fire. If there is no fire, no problem, you just switch off the alarm, that's it. Or if there is a fire, then you act according to what's going on. For most of us, we have learned through lots of experiences, or maybe just one experience that was actually very intense for you, and the body just gets the whole thing, and how to react in order to protect you. We have learned that there was a danger, that there was something that was really dangerous, okay? And because of the repetition of this situation or this trauma or this thing that happened to us, we learned this mechanism that regardless if there is a fire or not, we are just going to react like if there was a fire. But something within us stopped the process of, hold on a second, is there really a fire? You know what I mean? So you experience all this danger, all these situations that weren't safe, and maybe you don't even remember what that was, which is okay. But because of this, you are now expecting a fire, and really, there is no fire. Okay? But your body just goes onto all these physical sensations and onto all these reactions, and you can't control any of this. Okay? But this is what's happening. So I hope that you are with me with the example of the fire alarm. So I want you to understand, for you, for me, you know, for any of us experiencing this or who have experienced this, we don't have that capacity in that moment to check. You know, there is this trigger outside, or there is something that we are not even conscious of that is making us feel this way, and we just don't check what's going on. So one of the things that is been helpful and has been helpful for me is, first of all, learning the difference between a fact and an opinion. Okay? Why that? Because when we are experiencing any of the panic attacks or the anxiety attacks, most of the things that are going on in our head that are fueling the whole cycle are opinions. So one of the things that is going to be helpful for you is writing a list of, and obviously this is something to do before, not during, you know, one of the attacks. Write what is going on at that moment. Like, you need to be really clear and honest with yourself. Like, in that moment, what was happening? What was happening? You know, for example, you are just driving and the road is empty, and this actually triggers an anxiety attack. Okay? And you are aware actually that you don't like open spaces, or that maybe you don't like being on your own, and then you realize as well that you are driving your car on your own, and you know, the thing just happens. Check what you were doing. What were you thinking? Thoughts that were helpful for you in that moment, or thoughts that weren't helpful for you. For example, maybe at that moment you start thinking, like, I won't be able to breathe, I won't be able to control, you know, my car, I'm going to crash, I'm going to die. I don't know, you could be thinking that. Are these thoughts helpful for you in that moment? But you need to be honest, because you want to be aware of what you are thinking through the situation that you are living. Okay? You want to check then if these thoughts are facts or these thoughts are opinions. For example, I'm going to die. I mean, yes, this could be a fact because all of us are going to die, okay? But in that moment, can you know if you are going to die? So this is actually an opinion. This is not a fact. A fact is that you are driving your car. This is a fact because this is what you are doing. Or a fact is that the road is gray. You know, because that's the color of the road. If this is the color of the road in the country where you are living in. But is it a fact that the road is empty? And maybe you say, yes, this is a fact. Well, maybe this is not a fact because maybe you actually forgot to check through the mirrors if you had any cars behind you. And maybe you actually had cars behind you, but you didn't have cars in front of you. So you want to be aware of that. Now, with all these thoughts, what you want to do is identify the physical sensations that you are experiencing at that moment. So you go through all that and you check with yourself what this thought caused me to feel in my body. Also, you want to check which feelings you were experiencing in that moment with all these thoughts. And this is exactly the same for a panic attack. With a panic attack, you won't know why this is happening, but you will be aware because you will have thoughts of why you were having the thoughts that you were having, and then checking if they are true or not, then checking if they are facts or if they are opinions. Check your feelings and check your physical sensations in your body. Okay? Now, you want to do this when you are actually feel calm. You don't want to do this when you are having the panic attack or the anxiety attack, okay? What else you want to do before or any other time when you are just feeling calm and you are just being with yourself? And by the way, if you don't want to do any of these things and you are experiencing procrastination, that's fine as well. But then I would suggest you to work with this part of you that doesn't want to do this, okay? Because you know that this is something that is going to help you. But if this part of you is like, yeah, I'll do this tomorrow, I don't have time today, etc., it's fine. Just be aware that this is what's happening, and I would suggest that you listen to why this part doesn't want to do this and is not on board with that. Maybe you could do some shadow work. Remember, guys, that I practice shadow work and that I recommend that you get a therapist, to do this, but you are welcome to do this on your own as well. I just recommend that because it's always helpful to have this other person outside you, guiding you, holding space for you, knowing what they are doing, because there are things that you won't be able to see and that you won't be able to get to because of your own protection mechanisms, okay? So I'll continue. The other thing that you want to do before is to acknowledge that there is this aspect of you that is not feeling safe, okay? Why do you want to do this? Because one of my suggestions is going to be, while you are experiencing this, if this is what you feel like doing, to acknowledge, okay, there's a part of me that is not feeling safe just now, and that's okay. Okay? But before you do this, in that moment, you need to be aware of that part before. You don't need to know why this part is there. You only need to accept. Yeah, you don't like it. I know you don't like it. I'm with you. But you only need to accept that this part is there. Okay? Another thing that you can do anytime. So remember, it's going to be that list. Okay? Is going to be being with that part and acknowledging that part. And the last thing is going to be this exercise that you can also find, I'm sure, on YouTube, or if you go on internet and check the same thing. It's this breathing exercise, because guys, believe it or not, breathing is key. Okay, breathing is key. And I'm also aware that in that precise moment, one of the things that most of us are experiencing is short of breath. So what I'm going to say now doesn't really make sense while you are experiencing it, but it's going to be a lot easier and it's going to get a lot better if you start practicing this every day, only once a day. And it only takes, I believe, 8 minutes, not more than that. So this breathing exercise, which is for anxiety, panic attacks, and also helps with insomnia. Okay, so maybe, if you suffer from that, this could help you as well. It's called 4-7-8. And I'll do this with you just now, okay? But one of the things that I thought that is like funny and that at the same time can make you come back to this if you are experiencing the panic attacks or the anxiety attacks in that moment, is remembering the 5, 6, 7, 8 song from Steps, because maybe you won't remember, oh, it's 4, 7, 8, you know. But, you know, just by using this trick and 5, 6, 7, 8, you'll get to that as well. So let's do this together. And I want you to feel my energy just now, and I want you to feel that you are safe. So just keep looking into my eyes and just keep listening to my voice. And now I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths at your own pace. And just stay with your body. Just feel your body and just feel the chair where you are sitting in, or the sofa or the bed, wherever you are. And just feel that this is supporting you, that this is holding you. And keep breathing. And now what we are going to do is we are going to breathe in, counting until 4. Then we are going to hold, counting until 7. And then we are going to breathe out, counting until 8. So we are going to start now. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And keep breathing and just bring your awareness back and open your eyes when you want to. So you can repeat this, 8 times, okay? Any day, during any moment. And you check how you feel afterwards and while you are practicing this. Maybe you feel a little short of breath after practicing this exercise, and that's completely normal, because actually some of you know, some of you might not know, that we are not breathing properly. And we need to bring all this oxygen, to the cells and to the body. Like, oxygen is really, really important. And it's helping our lungs as well to open. It's receiving life, it's life getting in and out, in our bodies. So breathing, this is really key. So keep practicing this. And from here, I can tell you that this helps you as well. And maybe you are not even going to experience the same amount of anxiety or panic attacks as you were experiencing before. So I think this is more or less what my suggestions would be for you to do any time and before regarding the panic attacks and the anxiety attacks. Now, in the moment, okay? In the moment, you will start feeling what you know that your body will start feeling. And this is very personal, very individual. Some of us start with palpitations. Some of us start with the hand sweating. Some of us with short breath. Who knows? But and you know that then this is coming. What you need to do, and this is what has been helping me, okay? Check. Use this word, check. What does it mean, check? Now guys, do you remember that we were talking about the fire alarm? And we were saying that most of us don't have anymore, that step in between, like, okay, hold on, is there fire or no? With this word, you are going to remember that you need to check, and it's safe to check, and it's okay to check. So this is the word, check. For example, you are in the shower, and all of a sudden you get the steam, and all of a sudden you feel that you can breathe, and maybe you are experiencing anxiety, and maybe you have all these thoughts, I don't know, I'm going to die, or I'm alone, I'm going to fall in the shower, whatever. Or the steam is going to get so big that I won't be able to breathe. Anything, it doesn't matter. Check. Check what? Is the window open? Yes, maybe the window is open. Is air coming in and out? Yes. Am I still breathing? Yes. Check. The same. You are in the car. You know that it's coming, okay? And you start having the thoughts like, the road is empty. Check. Are there cars behind? No. Check. So I think this is massive. And I hope that this helps you. Check. Second thing, and this was helping me at some point, so I'll share this with you. Maybe not so much just now, but maybe, if this helps you, I'll just share. You need to find 5 things where you can actually connect to. And it's important that one of them has to do with smell. One of my friends told me that she was actually wearing, these aromatic oils in one of the pockets. You are welcome to do this. So connect with a smell. It can be, your perfume, your hand, I don't know. It can be, one of these essential or aromatic oils. Find a smell. And then 4 other things that you can visually see, that you can connect to. For example, there's a tree. Okay. There's a lamppost. Okay. There's another car in front of me. Okay. There's a person crossing the street. Okay. Find 5 things that you can actually connect to, one of them being a smell. But we know, guys, this happens so quick, you only have some seconds. So this is my advice and these are my suggestions. So all the steps before are massively important because they are going to help you massively that all these things don't happen as much as they were happening. But in that moment, this is another thing that you can do. The message that you can tell yourself. Nothing has happened before and nothing needs to happen just now. You have lived this before, you have gone through this before, right? Because guys, if you are here with me, if you are listening and watching this, is because you have experienced these other times and nothing has happened. Maybe something happened at the beginning and this is the trigger for all the other situations. And I hope that nothing really has happened, okay? For most of us, nothing really is happening. And when we are experiencing this, it's mostly the mind and the body reactions then. But nothing is really happening. We are really safe. And we have gone through this before the other times. So tell yourself that. Man, nothing has happened before and nothing has to happen now. And I've lived this before. Let's move. With all these steps, guys, it's possible that the anxiety or the panic attack is just going to diminish and it will get gone. You know what I mean? Just by checking all these things. So I'll share another one. What I said at the beginning about acknowledging that part of yourself that is not feeling safe. If you feel like doing that, just do it. So just tell yourself, okay, there's a part of me that is not feeling safe just now, and it's okay, and I'm here with you. Just tell yourself this. Because this is making this part of you aware that you are aware of this part of you, okay? And in fact, this is sending safety to yourself. So yeah, I have this part of me just now that is not feeling safe. Okay, maybe you can even tell, I don't know if you are at that level or not, but this is also giving me an opportunity for me to realize about things that I am not aware otherwise. But maybe in that moment, you know, you can really do that. And the first and most important thing that I suggest you to do right at the beginning, when this is happening, not at the end, so right at the beginning, is breathing. Just breathing. Just breathing. Because, for example, with the panic attacks, and because you don't really have an explanation at that moment, what do you do? You know, what do you do? Train your body to feel safe. And this is what you are doing with the 4-7-8. So you can tell yourself 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, the step song. But knowing that this is what you are doing to you. 4, 7, 8 breathing exercise. Not that you will be able to do it at that moment. Because at that moment maybe you are already getting short of breath, right? But tell yourself the 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 7, 8, and you just breathe. Like this will be the sign for you to keep going with breathing. So you just breathe, you just breathe, you just breathe. Because by doing the 4, 7, 8 breathing, you are teaching your body that it's safe to breathe. And that you are safe. And that it's okay to breathe. And to be with you. Because when the panic attack or the anxiety attack is happening, what do? We run away from ourselves, we disconnect from ourselves. So we want to keep in the body, and I am 100% aware that this is the last thing that you want to do while you are experiencing this. Because your body is the one that doesn't feel safe to you. But because you have been practicing the breathing exercises, you have been training your body to breathe and to feel safe. So just breathe, and just observe what is going on in your body. Like, okay, now this, and now the sweating hands, and now my legs, and now this, and now dizziness, and now... But you just keep breathing, you just keep breathing, okay? And then if you can, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to hold 5, blah, blah, until 7, etc., okay? But breathe, guys. This is really the most important thing, and really I invite you to bring this, like and you can take anything, okay, from this video, is breathing, and inviting this into your daily practice, just breathing and just feeling safe. So, okay guys, I think that's it for today. I hope that this was helpful. Please leave in the comments if this is helping you, because then you are going to help other people to know what to do if they are experiencing this, okay? And from my experience, I can tell you that even eventually the panic attacks and the anxiety attacks dissolve. Obviously, it's important to work with them. For that, what would I recommend? Either shadow work or biodecoding. Guys, feel free to get in touch with me. I'm so happy to help you because I practice both of these therapies. Otherwise, find someone else. But that's important as well, that while you are using these tools, etc., that you also work on that. Because maybe, for sure, they are going to reduce and you are going to improve how you feel while you are experiencing them. But until you don't get to the root cause of why your body and your unconscious mind is projecting them and making them happen into your body and into your reality, you really won't solve or heal this. But meanwhile, please, I hope that this was helpful. Let me know. I'm here for you if you need anything. Share, like it, subscribe, and let me know how it goes. And yes, share how it goes, because then other people can know as well. So I'm wishing you a lovely week, and I'm here with you. I promise that you are safe and that you are doing the best that you can. Okay, so don't be hard on yourself, and it's okay if you keep having anxiety attacks and panic attacks, etc. There is nothing wrong with you. I love you guys.